All right. We have cleaned this machine and scrubbed it as best we can. Removed a lot of filth. Most notably, this gear on top here is shiny instead of being all brown and caked with tar and old oil. So, and we removed most of the animal hair that was in here. So, first things first, gonna reinstall some of the electric stuff. So, we'll get the motor, and I forgot to grab the motor clamping bolt out of the parts pile. There it is. So, we'll put that in place, and I'm not going to tighten it, I'm just going to snug it with my fingers, and that so that it holds in place and keeps the motor, but the motor wobbles and slides just fine. And then we will get, oh, and I keep forgetting to bring a rag in with me. Okay, well, I need to bring some rags in next time I go out to the garage. But okay. So time to put the light fixture back in, and that means I'm actually going to start on this end of the machine with the screw and that nut that holds the light fixture on this bracket. There we go. And now there's screw on top and on the bottom, and because I had to remove all these screws and clean them all, I did have to go through and sort these all back out to figure out where they went, because there are different sizes and lengths screws all over this machine, and a lot of places you can get a shorter screw to hold, but then you end up with a longer screw in a spot that has to have a shorter screw because the threads are shallower. And I'm becoming distracted because I realized that one place I didn't scrape all the goo out of was the back of the presser foot lifter. Which I wasn't going to disassemble the whole head of this machine to get it cleaned, so I'm just scraping it from the side here. But all right, that's in place now. We can rotate the machine, and the wire goes in this clip, and then in around this bracket. And there is extra insulation on I thought I had the right screw identified. That is not the right screw. I grabbed the wrong one out of my piles. There. And we want to make sure that our wire is behind that bracket and not being pinched by it. And then it lays in there, and this machine rotates a lot better now that we've degreased it. We have to poke It occurs to me that I pulled the socket through from the top last time, but I think, yeah. Poking the light from the bottom, or the switch from the bottom, works just fine. And then remember, it was all fastened down and wound around like this. So with the switch in place here, we can tighten that. And I know that when I removed this knob on top, because it said on off, I thought, oh, that might be the light switch, but the switch is down here, so I'll have to check the manual on this. Well, maybe I won't even look the manual up online. Maybe we'll just test out this knob that was up top. But for now, we will finish I don't this went here, but now I don't have enough wire pulling up. There we go. Okay. Right. So these two clips keep the wire on the back side here so it doesn't accidentally get up into the moving sections over here. So that is those. And just there we go. These two plastic brackets are really bad shape, but they will serve their purpose. So we'll put them back in. If this wire, if I was putting new wire in and it was flexible, I would need to get some new brackets, insulated clips to hold the new wire in place and make sure that it didn't pop out of the way. But the old wire has been in place for so long that it just conforms already and doesn't need as much holding as the old wire did. Still running short with wire here because I pulled this out and it straightened the slightest bit, and now it's not. Stretching as far. So it's okay. We're gonna take a minute and just reassemble our plug here. Of course, the real question then is which order do these connections go on this plug? And it occurs to me I did not make a note of that. So I am just gonna guess, and if I have this backwards and when I plug it in the motor just runs, then I will know I got this the wrong way around. But this was assembled with 2 leads on the center, so Except more importantly, it was this way around under there, so I'm going to go with the light belongs on this side. That is riveted in place. I was like, if I could just remove this stupid clip from somewhere, but that is not going to happen. So instead, I'm going to put that in place. And the center lead was where the common wiring was, so at least we got that in place. And then Push that back in there. The key for all this is that the cap doesn't have any grooves in it on this piece, so you gotta make sure that all the wires are coming out of slots in the back cap here. Before we put this top on. And then the top does have space for the wires to run under it, but just stick these in, and then when we get it all together, I'll find out if I got that right. Because like I said, when we plug it in, it will either work properly, or the motor will just turn on and the light will be connected to the pedal. And when that happens, you just have to swap the two outside connections, because these sockets, when I took this apart, the two wires were connected in the middle, so the middle is the common wire, and one wire is connected to the pedal and the other one is connected to just the light switch. So anyhow, and then the light wire needs to get worked around so it's under that bracket here, because we don't want to tighten this bracket down and pinch the wires for the light under it. There we go. Hold that down out of the way so it doesn't end up underneath the bracket. There. Cool. There. And then I straighten this bracket off with this lever arm under here. So that's the thing that I kind of lined it up with, so that when this wobbles it doesn't bang on anything. But I think that is this machine with the wiring back in place.